Hi, this is Simon Leung back with the G Live Show. If you're watching us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're watching us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And as you can see, we are truly on a roll with all these different types of affiliate marketing training sessions. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to keep them coming, do me a favor, type in keep them coming inside of the comments so that we know that this is something that you are, of course, very interested in. Okay, so with all of that, we also recognize that there are a lot of new community members. Some of you maybe join us for the very first time. Some of you, maybe you don't even know what the heck you are doing over here, just like Emmanuel, who just showed up out of nowhere on Facebook and saying, actually on YouTube, and saying, what? And then saying bye. Very well. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by, at least for moments. At least we know that this is not for you. But regardless, we're going to get all these different types of people because we are, of course, a very public type of community. So we'll get people who know why they're here, and we'll have people who have absolutely no idea what they're doing here and see no value. And that is all fine and dandy. In fact, I'll probably talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But regardless of the case, I do want to recognize the people who are here, who are new, who want to be here, who see the value and know absolutely very well that the reason why they're here is because they want to leverage on what we're doing in our lives and in our instances and doing what we can on our parts to make your lives even better as well. So we are, of course, a community. Say hi. If you can, let us know your country, let us know your city, let us know your time. And Gary, obviously, he is, he's been around for a while. He knows exactly what I was going to say. So from London, 11:22 a.m., a very good afternoon for you. And we also have Andre saying, keep them coming. I think it's just one of those days that we are experiencing some technical difficulties. And, it does happen from time to time. And so far, all we're seeing are people who are, of course, on YouTube. Maybe later on, we'll see some people on Facebook. But from what I was experiencing moments ago, we also were not able to see how we can connect onto Facebook as well. So it is what it is. Nicholas from Groove Pages Training is saying hi. Andre is also saying from sunny South Africa. So very good to see all of you. Now, again, if you're joining us for the very first time and maybe you have not too much of an idea on what we are actually talking about in this particular show, I do want to once again remind you that we are, of course, giving you a lot of sequential training, which means that it is important if you don't just want to start right in the middle of nowhere, right? If you go to grooveover.to/launch training, where you're going to be able to see, and let me share my screen with you for just a moment, you will be able to see that, yes, this is where all the training is taking place. If you want to know what we're talking about for this particular series, you will actually see that there is a lot that we've been talking about from what the product actually is, the launch event that's happening later on this week, which is very exciting. We've been planning for months and months and months for this, and now it is finally here. If you want to be a bigger part of that, not only should you join our community, but you, of course, should also do whatever it is that you can to promote this. As you scroll through a lot of these, we've been teaching you and training you how you can use Facebook, how you can use events, how you can use groups, and all those great things to promote the launch event. And today, we are going to continue on with the next parts of that as well. So stay tuned in just a short while as we continue to share more about that. But just so that you know, everything that we're talking about over here is, of course, for you only if this is something that you're interested in learning, right? Because for many of you, especially if you're new, you're taking a look at this page, I know, and you're saying, wow, that is a lot of training. That is a lot of content. And it is. That's the basis. And that is actually one of the advantages of this community, is that we over-deliver in terms of content. But we also know and understand that this may not be for everybody. It is, and I will say this as a disclaimer until the very end, it is only for those who want to make the commitment and want to actually spend the time to learn, okay? If this is not you, then this is not for you. Just to give you an example, yesterday, if you recall our show, right? We talked really, really specifically and into detail into some of these points. I said something like, literally, you don't need to tell me what status you are. If you're a platinum member, that's great. But even if you're a free member, we're going to go ahead and give you this free training anyway, right? So in reality, while it is great and you have your advantages of being a platinum member, it is not something that you need to tell me, because I will treat you no differently. I will treat all of you with the same level of respect, with the same level of educational value. I will want to be able to help as many of you as we can. Pretty reasonable, right? So in hindsight, at this point in time, it doesn't really matter if you tell me what status you're in. Also, literally yesterday, I told you that this community is not for negativity. We don't have time, we don't have room, we don't have space for anybody who complains. If you want to complain, you are free to do so. You have your own opinions. Go and contact support. Go and ask questions to the right platforms and things like that. For me, I am training you, right? And so my energy needs to be positive, folks. My energy needs to focus 100% on the encouragement and the productivity of everything that you're going to learn. So I personally, in terms of what I'm doing right now, have no room to entertain the whiners and the complainers, right? For lack of better terms. And also, I mentioned again, just like what I did earlier, you need to invest in your own time for your own training. I can't think of anybody else who is going to be able to do anything for you other than yourself if you are going to improve. Do you agree with that? If you agree, type in the word agree. Here's the thing, right? If you are not into any of these, you like to complain, you think that you're better than sitting down for half an hour or an hour to learn and improve yourself, then honestly, there is nothing that we can do for you. This is a waste of your time, okay? So maybe, just maybe, go and check out some other trainings or shorter videos or other ways where others may be able to help you, because unfortunately, and I'm very sad about it, I'm not able to help you if that is the case. But like I said, literally in the exact same video yesterday where I shared with you all these different things, right? We got a series of comments. One person was telling me that, oh, I'm a platinum account holder, right? Great. However, it's irrelevant. I told you that it was irrelevant. It's not something that I need to know. Just continue on with whatever it is that you're trying to make, right? The point that you're trying to make. Some people were complaining about the system. Some people were asking if I can teach them how to create Facebook groups, if I can teach them how to do affiliate marketing, if I can teach them how to promote the group events, right? In less than 50 minutes or whatever the case was, whatever the time limit was for the event that I was doing yesterday, for the live stream that I was doing yesterday, right? Here's the thing again, right? Some of these people actually combined all of them and put all of these into one thing. So it is evidence that you didn't watch the video. It's evidence that this is not suitable for you. And if it's not suitable for you, then this is not for you. That's why we cannot waste our time. That's why you cannot waste your time. That's why we cannot entertain negative energy, but rather focus on the positive ones, because the very small percentage of you who are here, who are watching, who are excited about what you're learning every single day almost from me, these are the people that we are talking to, a very small minority. So if this is you, congratulations, we are talking to you. Once again, every single one of these videos that you see on this page right now, they are on a certain topic. So if you have questions about other things that, I'll just say it right now, I am not qualified to be talking about. It also doesn't make sense for you to be asking the same things over and over and over again. For example, you want updates on this, you want updates on that, you want to learn how to solve and resolve all these technical issues. I'm not the man to help you resolve those. So it doesn't matter how many times you ask, I don't have the answers for you. Okay, so once again, let's keep everything that we're talking about on topic. That is the reason why I am here. And that's the reason, hopefully, why you are here as well. If you need help with some additional stuff, okay, obviously there are other members of the team. Go to David Lemon, go to John Garcia, talk to the community members, go to support. I'm here for one specific reason and one specific reason only. And today, that is to continue to teach you about affiliate marketing. Is that okay with you? I want to share with you about affiliate marketing, but more importantly, a continuation, once again, of what we have been talking about, as you can see on this page, grooveover.to/launch training. And today, on the topic of continuing in Facebook and social media, I want to talk about social stories. Okay, social stories such as Facebook, such as Instagram, such as YouTube, such as LinkedIn, such as Twitter. So if this is something that you want to learn, I want to know, are you on board? Can we agree on that? If you can, type in on board or type in agree, and let's go ahead and continue. All right, so before we actually do continue, there are a few comments coming in. So I just want to say hi to just a few of you. We got Stuart, who is joining us live. Hi from London. We also have Sri join us, #live. Great to see you. And Gary is saying, if you're not ready to learn, not ready to earn. Absolutely agree, right? Because if you're not ready to invest in yourself, how can the universe actually invest in you? You must make that time, right? To learn, to invest, to do whatever it is that you can in effort, in time, in anything else that you can in taking action. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen for you, okay? On a very same note, Groove Pages Training saying the more you learn, the more you earn. That's life. It is that simple. We also have JJJ saying agree. Sri is saying agree. And Groove Pages Training is also saying social stories. #social stories. All right, very cool. So with that, let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about social stories and exactly what we mean by that. If you allow me, let me go ahead and go to this right here. Oh, by the way, this is our Facebook group for Groove Asia CM. Unfortunately, we are experiencing some issues with Groove Asia CM, the group here today. So if you're inside and you're hoping that you're able to catch one of us live shows over here today, unfortunately, for whatever reason, StreamYard was not cooperating. And so a little bit of a sidetrack, a little bit of a sidebar to let you know that this is our group though, facebook.com/groups/Groove Asia CM. If I refresh the page, you'll see a little bit about what I mean when I said that some things were wrong. As you can see over here, going live soon, right? Plans to go live. Actually, I am already live, but StreamYard actually was not connecting. So right now, I don't believe that I'm actually live in this group at all, but it doesn't matter, okay? We'll go ahead and share this later on. But just to let you know, we do have some additional live streams that are exclusive directly inside of this group. So as you can see over here, about an hour ago, I did a Groove Asia exclusive launch event sneak peek into the live website. So if you want all these different types of exclusive content like sneak peeks and different things that are only for people who are in the grooveasia.cm official community group, okay? You can see yesterday we did the same thing over here. This is a grooveasia.cm exclusive content, and we also mentioned Groove Pages Training, right? Mr. Nicholas also uploads training from here from time to time as well. All only available if you are within our Groove Asia.cm official community group. So you can see right here on the page, facebook.com/groups/Groove Asia CM. Make sure that you're there if you're not already. And by the way, we also plan to live stream our launch event directly inside of this group as well. All right, so make sure, of course, that you don't miss any of that. But again, going back to the topic of the day, I want to go ahead and share just a little bit more about what stories actually are. Now, whether you are on Facebook using the computer, the browser, okay, on your PC, on your laptop, on PC, Windows, or Mac, or whatever else, it doesn't matter. Or you might be on your mobile device. You might be on your tablet. You might be somewhere else. The cool thing about Facebook is that now, regardless of which device you actually use, they have something called stories, okay? Maybe you've used it, maybe you haven't, but I'm pretty sure almost all of us have seen them, right? Because they show up directly on our newsfeed. In fact, if you're on the computer right now, just like I am, and let me go ahead and turn this banner off so that we have the full screen, you will see that right on the top over here, you can see all the people's stories, which includes your own stories. It includes stories of your friends. It includes other people's stories and everything else. just to give you an idea on what these stories actually are. For example, if you actually click on one of these, you will see that they are actually being displayed right over here, and people will actually be able to see exactly what those are, okay? And as you continue to see them, as you continue to share them, you will also be able to see, okay, especially on your own. Let's go back for just a moment. If you go back over here, you will see who actually saw your story, okay? So these are just a few. We only uploaded this maybe about an hour ago, and as time goes on, you will start to see dozens, maybe 100 or more people start to see your stories. This is extremely powerful. Why? Because if you are like me, and I understand that not everybody is like me, okay? But for whatever reason, maybe because I, at one point in my life, posted way too much. Maybe I did too many promotions. Maybe it was just the marketer in me just doing too much. And now, unfortunately, whenever I post different things on Facebook, it doesn't always go out to the masses, okay? At least not initially. Unless people start to interact, people start to like, people start to comment, and there's really engagement going on, that is really the only time when Facebook is then going to start to show my stuff to other people. But for the majority of the time, if I post something on Facebook, most people, unless maybe a very small handful of the exact same people time and time again, only that very small amount of people will see that post in the first place. And that's why, unfortunately, if I make a post, as you can see, I did 3 hours ago, right? I make this post about the launch event, but it is not uncommon. You actually see that there is very, very little interaction because most people don't actually see it. That is the unfortunate cold hard truth when it comes to my personal Facebook account. I don't know about yours, but it happens to me. It doesn't happen to everybody, so that's fortunate for you if it doesn't happen to you, okay? How do I know that this is the case? Because it literally happens time and time again. This one is about the missus's birthday, but of course she was the one who posted it, and so her account was not impacted, and that's why she's got like 100 different likes and a lot of different comments. It doesn't happen with me though, right? Because you'll see every time, whether it's a live stream, whether it is, you know, one of my own posts, whether it is something else like a video or just like a regular update or whatever else, a lot of times the likes and the interaction are very, very low because only a small percentage of people are actually able to see it. However, the really interesting thing is that now, if I actually upload different types of stories, and over here on the side, you will see these are archives of my stories. If I click on any one of these, you'll see that they start to improve. 55 views, right? From here, this one has 127 views, and that's just on a couple that we have. Anything that I want to do about Groove Asia, for example, this one has 75 views. This one has 86 views. This one has 89. This one has 96. This one has 117. This one has 78. You get the idea, right? This one so far has 11, but we hope that we're going to get a lot more. The basis and the moral of the story is that with social stories, you get a lot bigger of a reach, okay? If you think that you're not getting a whole lot of views with just some of the ones that you're posting, well, with the views on stories, you're going to get a whole lot more. Okay, and if you're already somebody who gets hundreds of likes, dozens of comments, lots of people who are interacting with your post, then maybe you can even do better than me. Now, when you do post a story, even more people are going to see it. Are you starting to see the power so far? Okay, so basically, the moral of the story is that you should use social stories. If you're doing well with your social post, then your stories will do even better. If you're not doing so well with your social posts, then social stories is still gonna get you the reach that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get. So basically, how will you create a story? Whether you are on your mobile phone or whether you are on Facebook, it's okay, it doesn't matter. You will see an option right here for create story. Okay, so click on create story, follow the instructions. It'll ask you to upload something, whether it's an image, whether it's a video or whatever else. Simply follow the on-screen instructions and post it. If you know how to make a Facebook post or an Instagram post, you will know how to create a story. If we go back into our page right here. Another way that you can do that is when you're already on your profile, right? You'll see an option right here to add to story. You'll also see an option whenever you click on your own profile picture, right? Over here, you'll see view story or view profile picture. But actually, if you are, of course, on your mobile phone, you will also have the option to create a new story as well. So that's how you would do it on Facebook. But remember, today we are talking about social stories. We're not talking about just Facebook stories, which means that if you really want to, nothing is stopping you from limiting yourself to other things outside of just Facebook. So for example, if let's say you also want to do stories on Instagram, this is my Instagram page, okay? I'm not doing very active stuff. As you can see, I'm not even following anybody on social media, right? Or on Instagram. But even though that is the case, you can still, once you click on any one of these, right, you will be able to see that my stories are also visible, okay? Anytime that you archive one of these stories, people who are following you, they will also be able to see that. So if you put them into different categories, right, you'll be able to see that these are right here, right? This one is about Groove Asia. This one is about, you know, the launch event over here. Actually, this one is about the YouTube videos. This one is about the FAQ page. This one is about riding bikes and having fun with your family. This one is about my online programs, which is the 2-day affiliate marketing insider secrets program that I launched earlier this year. But you get the idea, right? Here's the thing. Anytime that you upload a story onto Instagram and you archive them as well, then people will be able to see them. The thing with stories, just so that you know, is that if you simply upload them onto Instagram, onto YouTube, they will disappear in about 24 hours. That's why if you go back over here to see all of the different stories, if you see different stories one day, right, the next day, you may notice that a lot of these stories may actually go away. Why? Because these stories only appear for about 24 hours. And that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. But with Facebook, with Instagram, you have the option to actually star them, to favorite them, to archive them, so that when people do go to your page, just like what we saw moments ago, right? This is my Facebook profile, but when you scroll down, you will be able to see all of the previous stories that I had archived because I saved them into different categories, right? Same thing when we are here on my Instagram page. As you can see, I am signed in right here with my grooveasia.cm Instagram account, which means that I'm not within my own personal account. And now, as a third-party account looking into my own account, right, you can see that I can also see these archives. So if somebody else, such as you, right, want to come to my profile and check out all these different stories, you will be able to see my past stories that I've been able to upload. And when others go to yours, they will also be able to see the same thing. Okay, so this is how we can prolong the stories, get more people to continue to see them. In fact, I know many friends who basically are Instagram gurus. They have not posted anything, right, for months and months and months, and yet they are still able to grow every single day, hundreds, if not thousands, into their own Instagram followers simply because they post stories every single day. So it's extremely, extremely powerful, and you can do this just like what I'm doing. In fact, you can post stories about anything that you want, right? But for me, of course, I want to do this for marketing purposes. You can also do this to promote Groove Asia, Groove.cm, Groove, whatever else, the launch event, whatever it is that you as well want to promote as an affiliate, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, whatever. Okay, so definitely use this to your advantage. If you want to know exactly how you can benefit as a result of promoting the Groove Asia launch event, once again, go back over here to our training page. You will see, of course, different instructions on how to do certain things, such as promoting as a JV partner, how to get your affiliate links, being a part of the affiliate program, using the promo tools. Everything that you need is right here on this page. Simply go to our grooveasia.cm YouTube channel to learn more. Okay, so we talked about Facebook so far. We talked about Instagram. And just so that you know, On YouTube, they have that as well. They call this community. In fact, if you have 10,000 or more subscribers, you also are able to post your own stories as well. So right here, I am on this page for Groove Digital. As you can see, right, you can actually start posting different community posts as if you are on, Facebook or Instagram. You can post stuff just like how you would on regular social media. So I highly recommend that you do that. And let me see if I can poke around over here. This is the Groove Digital YouTube channel, by the way. And as you can see, we have a few of our channels hosted right here as well. This is in the community. And it looks like on your computer, you're not able to really see the questions, or you're not able to see the stories. Okay, so I'll show you how you can see stories on your phone in just a moment. But I believe also if you are on LinkedIn, let's talk about LinkedIn for just a moment. I'm going to refresh the page. And by the way, I am not an expert by any means in LinkedIn or even something else, other social media, but I do want to see, I do want to show you that there are different stories that you can use as well. So it looks like on the computer version, or maybe I just don't know where to find it, okay? You're also able to post stories on LinkedIn, but it looks like right now we're not able to see this because we're on a computer. One more thing that I do want to show you is right here on Twitter, which is also just like on LinkedIn and on YouTube. We're not actually able to see some of the stories. So what I'm actually going to do, okay, in the meantime, go over here and check out what we see right now. I'm going to open up my phone, okay, and I'm going to show you one of these one at a time, so that you can actually see this. Right now, I just opened up and I'm going to blow this up for you right here because I just see that you are seeing a very small screen. So I want to blow this up for you so that you can see this. As you can see, okay, I am on my YouTube app, okay? This is my YouTube app. And as you can see, I am being shown on the homepage right there, going live, showing you, wow, I am showing you, me showing you my phone, and you can see all of that is happening live right now. But when you scroll down just a little bit, you will notice that YouTube also has stories, right? And so on YouTube stories, if you post stories, then your people will be able to see that on the stories right there. And if I click on this one right over there, okay, what you're going to see is something pretty familiar, right? This is the story that I was just showing you that I uploaded onto Facebook, that I uploaded onto Instagram, and now you can see that I uploaded that same story onto YouTube as well. So the exact same video, the exact same image, the exact same anything that you use to upload your stories, that's why, again, we call them social stories, right? Because you can do them not just on Instagram, not just on Facebook, not just even on YouTube, but now, if let's say I open up Twitter, this is my Twitter, okay? You can see that I am on Twitter, and right up top here, you also see stories. Right over there, you see something that looks very familiar, right? This is Twitter stories. So you can also upload the exact same thing onto Twitter if you want to. And just to show you the power behind Twitter and what you can do with it, on a search for me, okay, you can see that I am approaching almost 100,000 followers on Twitter as well, okay? And even though I haven't been very active on Twitter for a very long time, the followers are still coming. Obviously, we're losing a lot of them as well just because I'm not active, but just using social media as a way of doing all these different things is a tremendous strategy for you to do well things, okay? Here is LinkedIn, okay? This is LinkedIn. If you are familiar with LinkedIn, you should be familiar that this is how LinkedIn looks like. At the top, you will also see a series of different stories, right? This one is on my very own LinkedIn profile. You can see that I go ahead and posted a story on that as well, right? If you go over here, you see that this one is the Groove Asia company page on LinkedIn. If you click on that, you'll see that we also posted on that as well. So we are just using the heck out of social stories across all types of social media in order for us to actually promote the launch event. Now, this of course goes with any other types of promotions that you want to do, whether it is the launch event, whether it's Groove in general, whether it's your own product, your own service, your own business, or whatever else. The point is, by using social stories, this is going to be a tremendously powerful strategy because it will allow you to reach out to even more people than what your social media platform originally would have allowed you to reach. So once again, for example, my own Facebook and Instagram profiles, we don't get a whole lot of reach on the regular posts. Maybe you have better posts and better reach than me. Congratulations. You should definitely continue to use that strategy. However, if now you also add posts and stories to your arsenal, it's going to be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times even more powerful. All right, so with that, that is our sharing of the day to ensure that you, of course, will use your stories for Facebook, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, for Twitter, for what was the other one? YouTube as well. Because when you do that, you will have the tremendous power to outreach even more people for your promotional strategies. All right. So with that, I want to thank you for your time here today. We, of course, want to say hi to just a few more of you who are right here. We got George Williams saying good to see you. It's always great to see you as well, my friend, Mr. George. Always a big part of the Groove community, and of course, one of the very few that we get to communicate with almost across any single type of the platforms, including the Groove Start Marketing Lab, including the live streams on a variety of different channels and platforms. And we see Mr. George almost all over the place, right? We also have Jeffrey saying good morning. Thanks for the sharing. You are very welcome. And we also have Robert saying, yo, bro, good to see you, Mr. Robert. Always a pleasure to have you with us. And of course, we have a lot of friends. Most of them join us from a lot of different platforms as well. Okay, we also have Reclaim the Law saying thank you. You are very welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we also have Dell Edward saying hello from Ohio. So that is pretty much the sharing that I have here for you today. And so hopefully you can use that to take action, not just for yourself, but also for anything that you want to do, especially keeping in mind that the Groove Asia launch event is happening this coming weekend. So if you want that sneak peek, if you want to, make sure that you get some additional training, join our private communities, which you can see the link to now in the ticker right below this video, or depending on when and where you're watching us, in the description above and below this video as well. Make sure you watch this whole video again. If you need to, join us on social media and promote the heck using our strategies on the launch event, because yes, when you do that, you will be able to earn commissions on that front as well. All right, so everything that we're doing over here is obviously to help you to get more results. So on behalf of the entire Groove team and myself, I want to thank you for your time here today. Hopefully this was yet another powerful, tremendously valuable session for you, but it's not gonna happen for you and it's not gonna do you any good unless you take action right now and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you again in just maybe a few days or a few hours. I don't know, whenever the next time that we want to come on, maybe again tomorrow to share with you some additional secrets. If you're excited and you want to see that, type in yes, and we'll do that again. All right, so once again, take action right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you next time on the inside, at the top, whatever. Cheers, folks. We'll see you next time. You gotta get into the groove.